Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Xanmoas, and we're back to the finale of ENDWALKER, which I'm pretty sure it is the finale. As we last left off, we pretty much lost the party, then got them back. Betion is inside there. Now I gotta go get her. Let's begin.
Right then.
I stand ever ready.
Let's give it our all.
'Twould be a pleasure as always.
Victory will be ours.
Let's go with that.
So you are finally here, in this place between death and rebirth, where life knows no dawn. Come then. Follow me down into the darkest depths of despair.
Get dead ends. Looks like a shipyard that's got wrecked.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out.
Yeah, look at these seal-looking people.
The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered.
Wait, you're the catfish people. Avenel said something. Is this truly what Betion and her sisters saw? Yeah, apparently the catfish people came from another star.
You underestimate me.
Why do you ask such a question? Do you not see the plague and pestilence that consumes us? Ours is a world of rancid blood and rotting flesh, where death is the only remedy to suffering. There is no meaning to be found in such misery. But it was not always thus. Beneath the waves we knew only peace and plenty. We wanted for naught, and yet craved more, that our progeny might someday flourish as we never could. Eventually, we ventured to the lands above, bearing flame and iron, toppling any who dared oppose our might. The world was ours for the taking. Oh, the catfish people tried to invade. And they failed.
Gloves are off.
until they curse not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
Such devastation, it defies belief.
You underestimate me.
You cannot stop us!
The world is not boundless paradise we were promised. Our population quickly outstripped the habitable area, the land, while seas we thought would shine forever blue ran dry, spoiled with foraging the tools of conquest. Cramped homes turned into squander, and then came the sickness. Our undoing, and the final blessing the star has to offer. We are no longer the fools we once were. Wherever life goes, death will follow indeed. Existence is but the most painful path unto nothingness, and the wise embrace abbreviation wholeheartedly. 1 second. Alright, just putting the light on. To live only meant spreading this plague to others. Perhaps death would have been kinder.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died and decayed.
Help me.
You cannot stop us!
Need some heals. Don't leave me. Oh god, Alpinel's dead.
On your feet. Time to redeem myself.
Good job, Alice.
I have you.
Don't want to die alone.
I will end this farce. Away with you.
Would that this were not merely a memory. I know, but we can't pray we found peace in the hereafter.
And the very last of them wished they had never been born at all.
Another one.
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before destroying the selfsame lives it had saved.
Going sci-fi with this one. The star was squandered by war, then. Like we're following that one guy.
You underestimate me.
I wonder if this is gonna be one of the places we're gonna be visiting. Like a already ruined world.
Stop us.
Maybe. Who knows?
I have you now.
Sorry, I just feel an itch.
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost.
The otherworldly beings should first grace us with their presence as a sign. Indeed, they understand that we, the global community, are possessed of the wisdom and compassion needed to guide the star back to the path of righteousness. Yet the freedom fighters dare to undermine us, inviting chaos to disrupt the order we labored so hard to build. They have forgotten the history of the star and its once mirrored nations. This war rages, the countless lives lost. They must be brought to heel, the world united under a single standard, no matter the cost. Does she truly believe this is the fate of all peoples?
Gloves are off.
I have you now.
They tried to buy peace with fire and steel.
God, we got very Star Wars there.
Gloves are off.
Constructed the Peacekeeper, the pinnacle of engineering and technology. This mighty war machine was designed to rid us of the freedom fighters, as well as any other potential threats to the peace we have so long pined for. Its artificial intelligence ensures that this singular function is carried out with cold and calculated precision. Indeed, the 10,000 Peacekeeper units we created have now routed every threat to peace, including us. All that remains is stand and fight. Well, they screwed up. Looks like they created an Alexander. We can't too far to back down now. Maybe they're the ones who originally created Omega.
I have you now. You cannot stop us!
I have you now.
Not making this easy, huh?
On guard.
There!
You underestimate me. I will not hold back. You underestimate me. I will not hold back.
Come on, we have to keep going.
And when one asked, what is the point? There were none left to answer.
I did it. I killed them all. I killed them all. You certainly did, random citizen. Huh, this one's actually beautiful. At last.
Farther still existed a star
This place is
without
beautiful.
strife.
Oh god.
Where none remembered life's trials or its joys.
Okay, they want death.
I will not hold back.
Here is traveler visit our star, a bird which proffered these questions. What meaning does life hold? For what do you strive? I could find no satisfactory answers, only bittersweet memories of an age-long past. There was a time when we were lesser, and in our near science sought purpose, struggled to justify life's worth. That was, of course, before we achieved perfection. Now condemned to our paradise, we understand that fruitality of existence. Like the fledglings we once were, the poor bird could not accept the truth. It asked us again and again, hoping perhaps our answer might change. Well, it's your fault.
You underestimate me.
What its people had gained from ease, they lost to apathy.
Gloves are off. I will not hold back.
I wish my nose would stop itching. There was a time when we learned to explore the heavens, found purpose in the hope of unveiling life's mysteries. A dream shattered when we reached enlightenment and found it empty. There was a time when we believed in our legacy, thought ourselves marking a worthy path our successors might follow. Efforts rendered futile when we discovered the keys to paradise and immortality. As individuals, we struggled to know what was right, yet in today's perfect unity, there is not left to question. We are infinitely constructed by the finite, but no more. Rala shall grant us the mercy of annihilation. I'm gonna need a second. Gotta do those itch. Sorry about that. They lost their passion for everything, even life itself.
So
Oh, how could they?
The kindest, most gentle of beasts.
We're giving up, but there's no reason for us to lose hope.
Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful.
Damn it.
I will not hold back.
Bathed in its golden glow, they all slept happily ever after.
Appanode healed them.
I will not hold back.
I have you now.
You cannot stop us!
You underestimate me.
takes care of the dungeon. Did I get nothing for this? Ah, nothing. I'm kind of expecting like a sword or something. And I need to fix my gear.
That you still stand. Your determination defies all reason. The souls within me writhe and recoil in your presence. What must I do? What pain must I visit upon you to make you surrender to despair?
No one is unbreakable. What pains one may weather may bring another to tears. But therein lies our strength. For when we fall, our brothers and sisters are there to raise us up again and again without end.
I see. But no matter how much hope exists, ever will there be more despair. Ever will the living cast the present and announce the future. So shall sin into light ceases to be.
Seven hells.
On your guard.
The rage. It rises. Rises.
She's shooting planets at us.
Stop! Calm yourself, please.
We die in pain. We die in suffering. Who are you to live? Who are you to hope?
Hold on, my friends.
Oriange, watch out!
Alphino.
We cannot comprehend
Did you just kill them all?
Don't, please! Don't do this to them! To yourself!
Just one good strike.
Stop! Please stop!
We will not suffer alone. All will know our pain.
No, you don't!
All awash in ice, a frozen waste, forever silent.
And I take you all back.
Wait! Don't!
You gifted them escape, and rendered yourself powerless.
I think I still take you on.
Bereft of the synergy you claim is your strength. Unless you need to call upon the dead once more. Defiant to the last. But you will be one with us ere long. You will be battered and torn and made to crawl. You will weep and wail and curse your impotence. Curse your life as it fades. As we did. As we died. Such pain and sorrow we felt. Such anguish and rage. We tried. We tried. But it was no use. Only when we surrendered did we find release. Only when we embraced death. So join us in despair and embrace yours. My ultimatum. What is happening?
Shinru?
At the end of everything, I find you, my friend. I sought something in you once, as you did in me. When at last I understood what it was, I journeyed to Sharlayan to seek you out. Struck a bargain with the woman who shares your gift. In exchange for lending the Scions my aid, I was given the means to come hither. Gorging upon what remained of the Mother Crystal, I reclaimed the form of the dragon. And, hungry still for our reunion, I rode the light of the stars to you. I take it this is your prey.
Yes, go kick its ass, Xenos.
But why does it still live? Surely it is no match for you. I assumed you would be above something so banal as despair. Am I mistaken? And I'd rather not give it. Nay, I would have preferred that we enjoy a private reunion. So come! Let us dispense with this distraction, you and I!
You struggle in vain. You will not silence our song of oblivion.
Alright, so no trust this time. I have to get players. I should also get my ring repaired. We have no other ring. That'll do for now. Let's go wait for a party. Xenos comes to save the day. You know, he probably preferred not to. Might be a few minutes, to be honest. But hopefully I'm up to the task. Essentially, I need 1 DPS and 2 healers. Question is, how long am I raiding? Alright, 1 DPS is there, so now we got 2 healers left. Come on, healers, shop, shop. Oh, there will loot. Duty finder gets me the last 2 healers. Come on, duty finder, come on. Okay, one more healer. Come on, one more here, one more. Come on, we only need one more healer. Bring on the healer. When this video is done, I'm gonna be clipping the duration. Not clipping, trimming. Please, I gotta clean this out eventually. Come on, we only need one more healer. I think people would be still doing this storyline still because of the queue is so huge. They have that incredible luck to get in or wait for the empty hours. Oh, there we go. The end singer.
You will never reach it. Will never reach the deliverance you seek.
I'm about to end your course. Yeah, I don't know what's going on at the moment. Looks like I'm off taking.
Our hunt ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die.
And we only lost one.
Utterly futile. Your suffering is at an end.
So 2 stacks I gotta switch. So it's a tank swap.
This is a kindness. All of us have known despair. We have seen the end.
What's going on there?
The same end. Again and again.
Uh-oh. She has a lot of health. Hey, we lost 2.
A sorrow so deep only emptiness remains.
Oh god. That's cutting it close there.
Tis so lonely between the stars.
Uh-oh. Well, that certainly didn't help.
We have seen the end.
That's not good.
Same end. Again and again.
And we lost a healer. That's not good.
This is a kindness.
Okay, I didn't see that. I don't think they did either. And neither did he.
All of us have known despair. Even stars must die.
We're losing everyone.
Tis so lonely between the stars.
How did you two die?
This is a kindness.
Oh god.
All of us have known despair.
Yep, this one's a wipe.
Even stars must die.
Yep, this one's a wipe.
'Tis so lonely between the stars.
Well, at least we know what we're doing now.
Ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die.
EL seems to know what he's doing. That's a good thing.
Utterly futile. Your suffering is at an end. This is a kindness. All of us
Almost
have
forgot about
known
that.
despair.
Holy crap! He got one-shotted.
We have seen the end. The same end. Again and again.
It's this battle that required a scholar. People were wrong to belittle scholar.
the emptiness remains.
Yeah, that's not good. Hiding it really close there.
'Tis so lonely between the stars.
Read that wrong.
We have seen the end. The same end. Again and again.
He has a shit ton of health. Even though everyone's DPSing badly. Which I doubt that second one is true. I'm trying our hardest here. Crap, 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 crap.
This is a kindness.
Make up your mind, it's either middle or left and right. Ooh.
All of us have known despair.
I guess when rings are spread, it's left and right.
Even stars must die. Tis so lonely between the stars.
Damn.
This is a kindness. have known despair. Even stars must die. Tis so lonely between the stars. This is a kindness. If there is no happiness in life,
Oh.
there is only one place it may be found.
What are we doing? Is it a quick time event?
Oblivion.
Damn it. They just said the tank LB at the last minute.
hunt ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die.
No, I had a feeling because of the last time I had to use the tank LB that it was going to be one of those moments. But sometimes you kind of wish someone says something ahead of time. Because it helps. Though still, my shield thing did nothing. How stupid is that? Should be made for moments like that. I feel like I did the right thing then. Only for it to not be the right thing.
Utterly futile. Your suffering is at an end. This is a kindness. All of us have known despair. We have seen the end. The same end, again and again. A sorrow so deep only emptiness remains. Tis so lonely between the stars. We have seen the end.
Imagine doing this blind, the whole team. You die over and over and over again.
same end. Again and again.
Damn.
This is a kindness.
Damn it.
All of us have known despair.
What the?
Even stars must die.
Crap, I must have accidentally did the limit break. They're telling me it's okay. What does that mean? That we have a chance to get it back?
'Tis so lonely between the stars. This is a kindness. All of us have known despair. If there is no happiness in life,
Into this.
there is only one place it may be found. Oblivion. dynamis. No matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate.
Oh, crap.
Your time has come. It always does.
Oh, I'm dead.
What is this defiance? No! The hatred, the pain, the loss. We cannot suffer it again.
We will stand against fate.
No matter the cost.
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
To never give up.
Hope will shine again.
Our friendship's gonna kill you, Endsinger.
What we saw. What I saw. This can only end in misery and desolation. No life, no star, nor the universe itself. None should hope for better.
What the? That's just embarrassing. Sorry, guys. On. On. And your course has ended. Yes.
If this was not the answer, then what is it? Where lies happiness?
I have to get this one to him. He knew what to do. Good job, everyone. Maybe meet again, eventually. If luck will bring it. That's just me and Xenos.
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain. We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for. The answers he deserved. Greetings, you who are my final encounter. I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends? Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart. What they live for. What gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer. You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them. Then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace. That which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time, on Atheris. Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, There is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more, nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds. A song of hope. One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know. But I do know that, where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not? I will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await. Hold in your heart your desire to return to them, then follow my lead and walk forth. That hope will surely guide you true.
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero. Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe. Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know. And it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you, to issue challenge, and offer singular bliss. If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer? Ha! Acceptance! At long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars!
Alright, bring it on.
Hold nothing back! Push yourself to your limit and me to mine! Ha! Still fighting you, I see. Show me your vaunted fortitude. Soon you will know the full extent of my power.
Agonist.
Mine for the taking. Of your reflexes.
A test of your reflexes.
Gotta do better than that, Xenos.
Mine for the taking.
Diamond dust. Ooh, close one. Wait, damn it.
Of your reflexes. Mine for the taking. For the taking! Ah, my soul! How it burns! The inferno swelling within you. Come! Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor! I have you! Ah! Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent.
You wish.
Yes, yes! Rise once more! It mustn't end yet!
Ow.
A test of your reflexes! I have you!
No, you don't.
A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! A test of your reflexes! I have you! for the taking! A test of your reflexes! I have you! A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! A test of your reflexes!
It's over, Stenos.
I have you! No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent. Now fall! This is my moment! Our moment!
Ah, fisty fights. Good thing I'm a monk. It's over. I should really do that more. Cinematic fighting with the actual main character.
That I should lose again. How disappointing. Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark. Blinding, brilliant. Gone. Too soon. What of you, my mirror? Born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure. Was this life a gift or a burden? Did you find fulfillment?
And he's dead again. So with his power, he may be able to come back again. If he chooses it to. Did it before. Xenos, dead at the edge of the universe.
Can you hear? Safe. Must tend to. Open your. Please.
Someone, and
Please.
Who's crying?
you can't leave us. Not like this. If you do, I'll never forgive you. So come on. Open your eyes and get up.
And I lived.
Are you with us? Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought... After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed. What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain? That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this. When Meteion appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came. And when you finally deign to appear, you're within an ilm of your life. Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Oh, those were cries of celebration! Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see. Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside. We're home, my friend. We're home.
that? It is! It's the Ragnarok! We're back!
Thank heavens.
Truly.
They've done it!
Welcome home.
Rah!
Yes!
Welcome home, everyone! Welcome home!
I'm keeping this ship. Could use it in later adventures. Credits. That was a very well done expansion, if I say so myself. Just trying to wrap everything up like that. How best to describe it? Magnificent. Especially the final boss, which apparently had a lot of health. What would my favorite moment be? Boy, it would have been that fisticup with me and Xenos. You don't usually get the character to be cinematic like that. Yeah. Good expansion. Hopefully, next expansion will be better. But it'll be the start of a new story, I imagine, so hard to say, really. I could probably skip the credits. No offense, but I don't think anyone wants to stay and watch the credits. Unless it's something that's supposed to happen doing it, but we'll see. And now I'm walking in the Ethereal Sea again. Thank you, Yoshida. What awaits us in the after credits? Anything?
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the Rising Stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself, a veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Figures.
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be.
Forming a new group.
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Huh.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru, as do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Now, where does that leave me? Go on, Victoria. Don't miss this chance to say a word to each of our friends. After all, you've been through together. I sure they appreciate it. Oh yeah, seen to your preparations, have you? I was just making another sweep of my belongings when due to find I've gone something halfway to my destination. Oh, in case you haven't heard, we received news reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the lands surrounding the bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garmold, and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern Empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Sharian, too, would have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. Be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but to these localized crises should be well within the capabilities of each nation to handle on their own. Messians are no longer needed. Which is to say we won't be helping out where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Gao mode with Alpha Node. They were among the worst affected, and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though. that I curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can, as many people as I can. Begrudging on no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I will remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph in the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my favorite best. Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything. That being said, the next time we meet, I'll be vastly approved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. Good girl. You were but an amateur adventurer when we first met. Look at you now, you've grown into quite the fine young lass. That's as I always knew you would be. One might say I ought to settle down in my old age, but seeing you now has set my adventurous spirit ablaze once more. But the first journey I set out upon will be a long-awaited hot springs tour with my dear friend, Omi. There's been aught but chaos since the Tefloi first appeared. Powers, Uniprimals, and the Empire the final days, yet we have weathered it all, and lived to see the sun rise on the new day. And now that peace has returned, I can finally resume my travels with my grandfather. Perhaps we will go to Rasikugane to relax in Boken Sun's hot springs. That'd be nice. Of course, my journey will not simply be for pleasure. I will collect information on the territories I travel. Perhaps I shall visit Naxiafi Doma. I need a water for this guy. Toya, hast thou spoken with our comrades? No, this parting may be not forevermore. This nevertheless occasion for sorrow, akin to a pixie path. The navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, the Lorprits embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Ifris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the form, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn from each other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a crady of Lorprits have gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Heidelin, this said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of the star, and this planet's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly to their long labors to be rewarded, and their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintances and share in such knowledge as I see fit to impart. I did not wish to presume. I would be honored should they consider me a friend, for it is certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I shall digress no further. The day should belong to the silence of the seventh dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Oftentimes have mine essence caused their grief, and my action spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet, here amongst you, I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus, instead, I do proffer my humble support, be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens. Even I must needs wander across stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. I could see scarce believe our battle extended to the ends of creation, but seeing the Scion's mission to completion was both an honor and a privilege. As for myself, I've spent quite a while away from home, so I think I'll return to Limbs of the Mensa for now. Once I get there, my first order of business will be downing a pint or three at the Drowning Wrench. The exploits of you and your companions are truly an inspiration to us all. I have never felt more compelled to hone my own skills, that I one day might be able to accomplish such heroic deeds. Artemis means to visit Mensa, and I will join him to continue my search. I know not when we'll meet again, but please take care of yourself. It's a shame the Scions are disbanding, even if only in name. I still fondly recall the days you granted me my uniform. My memory remains vivid, yet it feels like a lifetime ago. I considered returning to Ada's nest, but since I come this far, I decided I ought to continue my journey and venture to Galmold instead. I can't hold a candle to the infamous wandering minstrel, but I thought I might share with the Guardians a tale of your epic deeds. Extend to them an olive branch or song, if you will. Evernold has pressing matters, according to him anyway. A pity he couldn't be here to witness this momentous occasion, though he bid me to tell you congratulations. Oops. As for me, well, once the Scions disband, I intend to resume my work in Raugo's Reach. I suppose Elvenwald will need to support in Alberna too, though he will not admit as much. Well, he will have my help whether he wants it or not. It was a little strange now, me pale gone quiet. Since my unique skills are no longer needed for the safety of the star and all, that I'm going to become an adventurer like you, traveling far and wide. I imagine I'll start by heading to Mesida or the New World. Just need to find myself a ship first. Oh, Victoria, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Fall. When he came to me in Shalian, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Once to make a decision, I realized that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might instead at least aid us in our cause, so I struck the bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your early extensions, but knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. The decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. So did everyone. I'm so sorry, Victoria. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the form without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better, and I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Bolasan, though our work to Shalian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I had the sundriness of help in Waha and Ochika, and our other remaining members. Together, we will continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, when she will be willing to assist us, not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel allured for the task itself. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a most dependable comrade. Oh, Victoria, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as father has been, tending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. Besides, I made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I shall endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Shalian. Both Alizé and I are off to assist with Galmold's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot, well, leave the capital in its present state. We will join those members of the contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helm the relief effort with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lucina and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth in Lord Quintus' words. The truth that whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the Fallen Empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces, and though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. By all means, full glad would I be of your visit, and I believe I speak for Alizé as well. For Fairy, as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me, in good times and bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep me. The world is changing and will continue to do so, yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I could ever look to you, in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. Thank you, Victoria, from the bottom of my heart. Salvation and failure dreamed for Eorzea comes closer to reality with every step the science takes. Yes, the world may still be in the throes of change, but it is improving. I see it happening day by day, and I sit here praying that whatever new road you walk will bring you to the wonder and joy you deserve. Should you need a rest between your journeys, do come and join me on the terrace for old time's sake. Ah, a champion savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you, for that matter. On the mend, I trust. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magic, so no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you recovered. And again, it's hardly the first time you cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you accomplished. Media undefeated, her song of oblivion cut short. The source and all reflections delivered from the final days. If you haven't faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost. You held fast. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for the lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Yolanje as aimless wandering. We have a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the scions on the world stage. There will never be an end to the little problems that go untended by nations. We'll do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering, when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I'm faring well, and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, it's the rising stones that come to mind. How many times have we set off out from the space, friends to return to when our work is done? On the day the science came together, I only hoped that for Mephilia to find a place that she belonged, where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Victoria, I have a question for you. And imagine Mephilia herself is asking. You glad you joined the Scions? That's one way of putting it. In many ways, the experience has left us far stronger than when we began. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running. And you'll likely get a certain funny talking fortune teller into the bargain. We're having a stare-off. If you have something to say, then out with it. You talk as if the science dissolution was more than a mere pretense. There may be fewer calls to action, but we should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me anyway? In any case, I do not want 4 options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did ENDWALKER hear about our disbandment that he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm granted to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment and have. Some days ago, a Hanish envoy arrived with word from Petra. The worm requested my presence as soon as things are settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Fravnia, like elsewhere, the phenomenon caused by the final days abated when you defeated Meteon. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Sharian, most have already returned home, but many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Petra and the Form, such souls may remain in Sharian if they wish, to work and study. Petra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in names as well, one who has complete confidence in his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed that benevolence hid interior motives, but it is clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Petra's kin sought release from conflict, so wearied were they of the suffering it wrought. They surrendered to oblivion, but misguided Sorma didn't give up. In hope he made a journey to distant Ephraim with his clutch of eggs, and though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lands, I feel the weight of the struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends to me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. Ugh. I'm so glad the danger has passed. There was nothing I could do but play from here. I was really to the points of tears where everyone made it back safely. I imagine we'll have more free time now, so I was thinking I'll study up on healing magic. I could make myself more useful in the future. My first stop would be the Astrologicum in Ishgard to learn about Shalian astrology. I must follow Orchard's lead and continue to hone my skills. We may have accomplished our goals and put it behind us, but my time with the Scions proved memories will be the last me a lifetime. What bliss! To think I was blessed with the chance to experience such unbridled brotherly love. But now that Orchard has decided to set off without his dear brother, without the two of them together, I fear I might suffer withdrawal. Maybe you should write a book. I'm so glad I was able to be here this moment. You know, I consider continuing to follow in Chloe's footsteps, but I realize it's time I found my own way in life. Otherwise, I'll never be half the man my brother is. First things first, I'm going to head to Gridania to visit the Conjurer's Guild and the Archer's Guild. Do my very best to brush up on my skills before I see you again. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscences. In fact, there was something I've been needing to ask you. Something that has been in my thoughts since the last frames of the final days decided. our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Ephres and the ancients, glimpses of the era, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape in the interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it is inevitably molded to fit the narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberated, embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistics shortcomings, piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from the origin, which is why I feared that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corrupting meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. What say you on the matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? Very well then, I will refrain from publishing any formal work on the era, or the ancients, or on any of the wonders we encountered. I will, however, need to keep a few notes for future research. The passage of time can warp the truth just as surely as a poorly chosen word. In any case, I feel much better having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will always return to following where my curiosity leads, after all. A safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown, or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. Far too much blood has been spilled, and far too many lives lost. Still, I am glad I was able to do something to repay those who showed me a path to the future. Not that our job is over, of course, far from it. There is much that remains to be done before true and lasting peace can be achieved. To that end, Hori and I meant to set off to Kovos. We expect that the tensions between the Gallians and Kovosi will only flare more with the Empire's fall. I still remember the day we spied together as though it was yesterday. To think how far we have come since then. Even now, I have not abandoned my dream of besting you in single combat, of a friendly nature of course, though I clearly do not hold a candle to the warrior light at present. I shall continue to train diligently, that one day you might consider me an equal. Graha. Oh, Victoria, wait till you have a moment for me to talk. With the science stepping away from the public's eye, I have been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. And after speaking with Qual, I decided I would be assisting her with building the students of Boulder Sun. I happen to going on an adventure with me. Not only am I indebted to Master Goloff for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would never have set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would have never met you. Never became caretaker of the tower. Never became a scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For my added benefit, new mysteries often find their ways to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we experienced before. Whenever you have the time and the inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you into the unknown. You called the realm of the Omicrons when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic. Well, it's true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing will give me greater joy to stand with you in the here and now. It needed to be some grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventurer calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we'll even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't impossible that some found themselves far from home. And so, should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them to seek adventure with someone, and with that partner find new purpose, a new dream. Or if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Whenever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word, and should a commission of interest come my way, you'll be the first to know. I gotta speak to Tataru. Spoken you feel, have you? If so, I was thinking to send everyone off. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet, be well. Oh. Amount, minion, and 2 songs.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania, there is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Sharlayan before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
Of course.
Quite right.
Indeed. Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
Well, not even I know. Adventure, I guess. Stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. Isn't this the past?
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal. And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
Huh, so I'm guessing going back to the past. That's something you say every day. Now complete the main scenario quest, Endwalker. Quests to unlock new content has now become available in Old Shalian. Additionally, you may enter the dead ends. Yep. Let's fellow champion of Etheres, for many and more adventures await you. Oh, I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and till next time, I'll probably be live streaming Pandemonium. But yeah, till next time, folks. See ya.